A CD every month. Get a Swamp exclusive limited edition CD every month. In the USA, the shipping is free. Over 130 digital albums. What the hell am I talking about here? Oh, yeah, it's The Swamp Crew. Did you get in? Did you get in? Did you subscribe yet? For starting at $5 a month, you get over 130 digital albums. Now, what I was talking about with the CD of the month thing, you just bump it up $2 more, and a CD will be shipped to you each and every month. Free shipping. First month is free. You get a bit of swag every once in a while. There's new music every month, merch discounts, and so much more. What are you waiting for? It's time. Get in the Swamp Crew now. Go to www.theswamprecords.com/DoomToom and get in the Swamp Crew. Doom Tomb Podcast, the podcast for all things stoner, doom, and sludge. My name is Chris. I am your host, and today we've got a heavy stoner doom band based out of Connecticut, and we have a few of the members here today. Let's get into the interview right now. Afghan Haze is a sativa-dominant hybrid that combines a resinous Afghani indica with a sweet-smelling haze sativa. It is a killer product. Afghan Haze balances energizing cerebral invigoration with soothing full-body effects. Its clear-headed relief allows patients to treat pain, depression, and appetite loss during the day. Afghan Haze may have an excruciatingly long indoor flowering time of 10 weeks, but the large harvests of potent, crystal-covered buds are worth waiting for. Now, we're not talking about the strain. Today we're talking about the band, and I have a few of the gentlemen with me right now. These are some of the guys from Afghan Haze. Could you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Randall, a.k.a. Afghan Randall, the drummer.
John Harrison, guitarist.
Thank you, guys. Now, in hearing the music and listening to you guys, I gotta say, the power of the leaf is strong with this one.
Yeah.
It should be. We were using it quite heavily the day that we recorded. So,
all the time. And not just when we recorded, when we wrote the music, when we jammed it, when we jammed. Yeah, it was usually pretty stoned all the time.
I got you, brother. So, and I'm assuming Afghan Haze is the strain.
I'll do whatever. It doesn't matter. Any strain I could get at the dispensary is fine by me. I'm not picky.
Yeah, I myself am more of an indica guy. I need to calm down, I think, more than anybody else in the band.
I got you. I understand that. We're going to go over some stuff. We're going to go over this EP that you had. We're also going to check out some of this new material and talk about it. But first, Randall, I know you're on your phone, and I'm talking to you through the phone. Now, I'm going to try to send this to you.
Okay.
Bear with me a second. I might even edit a little bit of this out, but I need to get this picture to you.
All right, boy. It's loading.
Oh, there you
go. Yeah. Holy shit, man. Yeah. Yep. I'm in that picture.
Yeah, I see, brother. Truth be known, Ben sent it to me because I totally forgot. Fucking Vile Crypt, man.
Yeah, I'm a part of that too. It's like kind of one of those hidden, those hidden projects that, because my brother is good friends with Ben, and my brother, he plays bass for
Green Meteor.
Green Meteor, and another strain, oddly enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was getting married, and Ben was there, and Ben's a great guy, and That's pretty fucking rad that you found that, actually.
Yeah, he says, check this, man. I think this will blow his mind a little bit. So
yeah, that's awesome. I'll have to send him a message later and thank him for that one. That's cool. I didn't know you knew Ben, actually.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Ben's been out here. He's got a couple projects. He had a band called Stripper Witch out here. He's got The Lost Dutchman, and then another project. So I'm blanking. It's something hippie. It'll come to me later. But either way, we're not, I mean, I just wanted to show you that, but we're really to talk about Afghan Haze here. So let's get over and get out of the way all the basic stuff. How long have you been together, and how did you all come together?
Oh, man, what has it been, 2 years?
Yeah, it's probably been about 2 years. Randy's been reaching out to me for like the year before we even started. And because I'm kind of lazy and typical stoner, I just kept putting it off. And then we ran into each other at a Cro-Mag show?
Yeah, we were at a Cro-Mag show.
Cro-Mag show, one of his bands was playing, and then he kind of asked me, I said, yeah, fuck it, let's roll, man. Let's jam.
Yeah, and then that's when, we started it up, and Eric, the bass player, he and I have known each other for quite a few years. I've known both Johns since we were in high school.
Yeah.
So we got a long history between us, and Eric and I have quite a history, musically behind us as well. So I dragged Eric in because he's like my guy when it comes to bass playing, backing me up or me backing him up, whatever you want to call it. And great guy, fits in, fit in with these guys, no problem. So it was just a perfect match, really.
Yeah, it is nice. We blend very nice. Me and the singer have known each other since like high school time. We were in like punk bands back then, and then we needed a singer, just reached out to him. So
yeah,
30 years later, we're in a band again.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Incredible. And now, we'll go. I'm going to go right into the music because, we got to get into this. First off, Burnt Off, the EP we'll start off with. You've got 3 tracks. You've got Burn the Goat, Satan's Helpers, and Weed Space 9. Now, I know, and I've heard it, you changed up Burn the Goat just a little bit, made it a little different, but in creating that EP, what can you tell me about the process for creating it?
Yeah, I think it was we kind of had almost all the songs that are on the EP and the LP that's coming out. We kind of had all those songs. It was just one of those things where, we were like, okay, we're playing shows, we're out there, we got to give the people what they want, That's
right.
what, what the people want. So, so that's what we kind of ended up doing was we were like, you know what, we'll record with this guy, Jeremy, really good guy, does an awesome job, and he's usually like, and he does it like on the hop, we call him up, and if we want to record tomorrow, he would,
Right.
So we've decided we'll do 3 songs. I think originally, didn't we decide 4?
Yeah, we're going to do 4, but just kind of absolutely.
Yeah, it kind of got fucked up.
3.
So we ended up doing 3 instead and just put out a demo. And then we said, all right, our next goal is, a few months down the line, we'll go and do a full length. So then at least we give people a taste, and then we give them the whole meal.
Sure. It makes perfect sense. And big change for the new stuff, and we'll get into that in a minute. So one thing that I found really interesting is in checking out the past from all these shows that you have had, and it rarely, with the exception of maybe Lightkeeper, I have seen, just off the top of my head, somewhere between 20 to 25 different bands that you've played with, but almost like never the same lineup. Like, is there that much music in Connecticut going on right now?
That's better. You answer that one.
I mean, but there's a lot of bands that kind of like us doing the kind of the same thing. There's a bunch of just stoner bands out here, so we got a pretty good stoner scene out here. So we usually kind of play with some of the good same bands. I reach out to a lot of people like False Gods and so, keep in touch with them. If they want to play shows, we'll pretty much play with whoever. If anyone wants to play a show, I don't discriminate, man. I'll play with whoever. Good music, blues, I don't care what it is. I'll play with you.
And
it's
awesome.
kind of like a lot of the bills that we get put on too are kind of there's some that are like a really good mix of, you know, we could be on with like a punk band,
Right.
you know, which is awesome because, you know, our history, we come, like all of us basically come from hardcore punk.
Right.
So, and then we all wanted to have a stoner band. It's been kind of our goal, and here we are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys talk punk, obviously, you know, you mentioned the Cro-Mags before. Now, I came from New York originally. New York hardcore is in my heart. You know, you got the New England hardcore scene. You know, I mean, Hatebreed's from there, and there's so many other bands up there. What are some of the other bands that you used to listen to, or maybe you probably still do, of that genre?
Oh man,
I still listen to all the same music. I still listen to Gorilla Biscuits. That was my first show, was Gorilla Biscuits at the Anthrax.
Nice.
So, I mean, that was mind-blowing. Judge was supposed to play and, of course, backed out. But still, I mean, just to see Gorilla Biscuits,
right.
I was just fucking blown away. So, I mean, I still listen to the same shit. I mean,
yeah.
My first record was Def Leppard. I still listen to that.
Yeah.
I'm like way into Sheer Terror. I always loved Paul Bearer. He's, you know, that dude just kicks ass, and his banter is just fucking amazing. You know, he should run for office.
I love him.
You know, he's just something else. That guy, I love listening to him. I mean, Sick of It All, like those guys, of course, they're all good people too. Christ, I listened to Judge when I saw them live for the first time. They were fucking great. I mean,
Ignacy Front, Shelter, Madball, Youth of Today. I listen to all of it. Project X, Side by Side.
There you
Whole
go.
damn Revolution category.
One Life
catalog.
Crew.
I listen to it.
I fucking love One Life Crew too.
Oh,
that band fucking rips.
Integrity. I fucking love
Integrity.
Now you're going deep. Now there you go.
Dude,
That's what I'm looking for.
I love Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland hardcore is fucking
Integrity.
badass.
If you ever fucking get a chance, anybody ever get a chance to find out about a band called Bowel from Cleveland, fucking find it.
They are fucking sick.
It's a super group kind of fucking of Cleveland. You got Integrity, you got Confront members in it. It's just fucking awesome.
I forgot all about that band.
I'm glad I got to put that out. Nobody knows about them.
Yeah, nobody knows about them. I don't know. And even like Detroit hardcore was fucking like real tough, dude. Like I always liked it. Anything that came out of Detroit was just so fucking angry.
Sure.
And I think maybe that's where, like, having that hardcore background, we kind of have like this really just, when we do get heavy, we try to bring the heavy, you know?
I got you.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't reflect that way.
We
I don't
just
know.
make music up, honestly. There's no real thing we don't sit down and there's no science to what we're doing. We just jam, you know, and then it sounds cool. We just keep going. Like Burn the Goat, literally, dude. We just wrote it. I mean, I was tuning my guitar. I just started playing it. Randy started playing the drums with it. That sounds pretty fucking cool. And then we just evolved it from that. So, I mean, it just comes, I don't know. It's easy.
Honestly,
like
if we were going to be totally honest here, 9 times out of 10 when we write a song is because Eric has to go take a leak.
Yeah.
And then, and like I'm dead serious too every time. Yeah. And then what he does is he'll stay out of the room because he hears us coming up with something, and then when he feels like it's cool to dive in, he dives in and then starts writing bass lines to it. And that's like almost every song we've written.
Yeah.
It's bizarre how it just everything falls together. We work really well together, and it's kind of cool, man, you know?
I try to be simple, obviously. I don't try to fucking go too crazy. I know my limitations.
So basically what you're telling me is you got to give Eric a lot of beer and a lot of water and then just wait.
Because I can't stop playing. He walks out of the room, I just play riffs, and whatever happens, and Randy plays a cool beat, and it's like, fuck, that sounds cool. And then Eric's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, dude, you better record it because I'm going to forget it in about 5 seconds if we don't record it because I'm obviously a little out of it. But that's usually the writing process of every fucking song.
Pretty much.
That's why I like it that way. I like the free form.
Now, Randall, well, speaking of playing, obviously, you know, I saw that kit of that picture. I don't know if we talked on mic or off mic, but it was in front of that fireplace kind of thing. Is that your kit?
Yeah, it's a newer, well, it's brand new actually. It cost me a fucking arm and a leg, but it's a brand new watermelon pink bottom size kit. So it's, 26, 14, 16, 18, and then a chrome over steel snare. And I just, obviously I changed the heads so then it sounds better because it came with like silver dots on it. And I like to have like resonance, and I kind of become a drum tuning nerd.
Okay.
In a way where I've watched multiple videos, read many things, and I've developed my way of tuning drums where, I just try to get the most projection out of them that I can, so then maybe I don't have to hit as hard.
Sure.
But
He bangs.
yeah, I hit pretty hard.
It's hard.
The cymbals are starting to really cost me a lot of money at this point.
Yeah, there's that that swiping kind of technique, so you don't have to hit them as hard.
Yeah, I ended up I talked to what was the guy's name? He played for
Weed Eater.
Yeah, he played for Weed Eater.
Okay.
Man, he goes by T Boogie on Instagram. Travis Owen. He's that dude. I love his drumming, by the way. But anyway, I hit him up one day. I was like, man, you're a hard hitter. What are you using for cymbals?
Right.
And he was like, nothing under 20-inch, Heisty Alpha series. And I was like, oh, okay. So unfortunately, I found it out kind of late because they discontinued the Alpha series. So all I was able to get was a 20 and a 22 before they were like gone. And I've had great luck with those. I'm happy I fucking talked to him about that because, man, I'd be like a few more $1,000 in the gear otherwise.
Gear gets expensive.
Yeah, it starts getting, it's like, now I'm like pissed off when I have to buy gear. I used to love it. Now I'm like mad about it,
How long ago did you talk to Travis?
Oh man, when did I get those cymbals?
Jesus
Like at
Christ.
least it was probably like a year and a half ago when I sent him a message. I sent him a message over Instagram. I was like, man, you got to help me out here,
Right.
And he kind of laughed, and then he didn't answer for a while, and then he answered. And I was like, man, thank you so much. He's like, no problem, dude. Don't buy anything under 20-inch, though. I'm telling you that now. And I was like, all right. And sure than shit, man, he was on point, man. That fucking guy, I can't thank him enough.
I hear you, brother. What is he in? Is he in something now? What is he doing right now? Do you know?
I don't know. I hope he does do something. It looks like to me that he's, just racing his car a lot, which is fucking rad too, He's got a nice fucking gasser, man. That thing is sick. I would love to. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know if he's in anything right now, but he's awesome because he was in what is it? Artemis Pile Driver. That was his band.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in
good.
Artemis Pile Driver. That
Shit,
band is
I've never heard of
badass.
Right.
He was in a couple really good projects, man. He's a great drummer. I like that guy.
Well, he's got that style that it's like, at first I don't know how many people's backs bend the way he does, and I don't know how tall he is, but the way he throws the sticks around, it's like a full theatrical event.
Yeah, he's like the modern day Gene Krupa. You know what I mean? He does all these like stick tricks and shit. It's fucking badass. And he kicking everything in sight. He's and he wails. He wails. That's awesome. He just plays his fucking heart out, and that's what I like to see. You know what I mean? I like seeing guys like that. It's fucking
Absolutely.
rad.
Absolutely. So, if you guys don't mind, let's get into some of this new material. Because, Nathan, you hit me up. I apologize. You hit me up not too long ago, Randall, and this stuff, man, holy shit. And I don't know how many other people have heard this yet. It's called, I don't know, can I say the working title?
Yeah. You can say whatever you want, man. You're probably he's probably the only one that's
Yeah,
heard
you're
it.
the only person that has heard this album.
So
So it's called Nihilistic Stoner Hymns. And, I was goofing around earlier talking about the strain of Afghan Haze, but I also saw like you had a picture of Timothy Leary, on your social media. So I'm wondering what type of substance might enhance the experience of this album, because it's just heavy riff after heavy riff, and there's tasty pieces underneath it. Let's start this out, man, because if you've heard the EP already, the vocal. We've got almost like it. There's a little bit of a black metal-ish style with a little hardcore mixed in, but it's not unintelligible. You can understand what's going on here, and we kick it off with a rework of Burn the Goat, where there's like a little narration. Then you get into this snaky kind of bass groove. What can you tell me about Burn the Goat, and why did you choose to, kind of rework it and add it to the new record?
Well, it was kind of, honestly, that was the last track when we were working with Dave, our recording engineer. That was the last track we recorded. Everything else was sounding so fucking awesome that we ended up just throwing it on that too, because it was
badass.
Yeah, it just sounded fucking good, man. It was like, holy shit, everything sounds so thunderous and just evil.
And make it heavier, yeah, why not?
Yeah, so and then at the time by then it was like the last thing we had recorded on that Sunday, and we were fucking plenty high and plenty, beers in.
Sure.
And it just worked, and it slowed down a bit just because of, the mood we were in, obviously. And yeah, it was just kind of.
I'm happy with the way it came out. I mean, I like the first version definitely. But this one just sounds, I don't know, it just grows a little bit more and just hits you a little harder.
Yeah, and we kind of felt that it was worthy of a real quality recording. Like we were getting from them, that we kind of unexpected how well it sounded.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, shit, that sounds fucking sick, dude.
Let's start that album off with a 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
And that's the best way. That's the best thing. I want to get that out right away. How the production on this album sounds so amazing. I know you got to shop it and you got to get it, to wherever you can. But I'm telling you, if anybody's listening, please hit this band up, because I've went through the entire record and we're going to go through it. But I just want to say, I'm only going to say it once. The production on this destroys it. It's fantastic. And
thanks, man.
Thank you.
I think we got to move forward to Blood Ritual. What can you tell me about this track?
Oh, that's the first song we ever wrote. Yeah. Honestly, that's the first song we ever wrote. And I don't know, I remember just walking in the room when we first wrote it, and they both looked at me like, well, what do you got? And I'm like, I'm not that type of person that comes in with written stuff. So once again, we just jammed it, and that's how that song evolved. And we've been playing that for like 2 years, and just gets heavier and heavier. I don't know. I just love the thunderous beginning to it. I always picture things as like going up a hill or a mountain. It's going to probably sound stupid to most people, and just the battle of going up there, and you're on horses and you're climbing, it's getting heavier and heavier, and you get to a peak, and then you got to start coming down. I guess kind of like on being on LSD.
Yeah, probably.
That's why I asked you before.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I like that climb getting heavier and heavier, and you're getting into battle, and bang, you hit the battle, and then you're fucking like heading down the hill. And so I kind of picture stuff like that when I'm kind of writing stuff, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but
yeah. And that song, like even from when we played it the other night, it sounds, I don't know, everything kind of like every time we play something, it could go either way. Sometimes maybe it's a little bit faster, a little bit slower. It kind of, we kind of roll with the mood of whatever we're doing at the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me ask you, because you said like this was one of the first ones you ever wrote. Was Eric in the room at the time?
Yeah.
Actually, Eric was in the room for that one.
Eric's the one who looked at me and said, "So what do you got?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then just kind of that's what we came up with.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha, guys. Now we come to the next track. Welcome to Drug Mountain at like around the 2-minute mark or so. I feel like I finally got into the song. I finally got to Drug Mountain. And then around like
Yeah,
3:30,
probably did.
I felt all the fruits of the labor of being at the top of the mountain. That thick, heavy chug. What can you tell me about that track?
Oh man, that track, I know I was anyway. We were pretty ripped up during the writing of that track particularly. It was just something, I don't even know how we came up with that.
Sure
it just sounded fucking badass.
Yeah.
And
Jamming.
yeah, we just jammed, and the next thing you know, and then what ends up happening is we'll like maybe write like a couple parts at once, and then all of a sudden it just starts to morph. And then we just, where should we go from there? And then we try to create at least some kind of a, I don't know, journey through every track in a way, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Is that the one fucking, that's the real fast rocker ending?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, I don't fucking remember that.
Yeah.
I write it all.
We gotta reteach his own riffs.
What fucking song is it? Yeah, I don't know. I started playing the beginning part, and I guess kind of being, they kind of bust my balls about it because like, oh, we're gonna play the emo part. So I'm like, oh, don't call it an emo part.
I never busted.
Well,
my
I know,
balls about
John,
that.
but
I
I don't
love
care.
that fucking part.
So I kind of started just doing a little bluesy thing and just kind of chill, and then that's when I throw in the do-do-do kind of riff.
Right.
And I just want to, just like, again, head up, and then that fucking ending, just a ripper, and then bang, just stop it. I don't want to have even anything like really bang, just hit it and stop.
Yeah.
And fucking Drug Mountain is a pretty badass song.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you first hear it, like, okay, where the fuck is this going? It's kind of a little different than some of the other shit.
Right.
And then you hear it evolving, and then just rips, and it's like, holy fuck, okay. And then just stops, like, what the fuck? And then you go into the next song.
Yeah, which the next song, Faceless Dog, it kicks off a little slow, a little haunting. Felt like I heard some dogs even in the background. It's like I felt like I was in the swamp of a rabid dog. But, around 2:45 mark, they got this pulsating rhythm. And then around like 4:50, you hit this like stoner psych kind of vibe. What can you tell me about Faceless Dog?
Oh, I can tell you something about Faceless Dog.
You go.
Fucking hated that song, man. Honestly, and the funny thing is, dude, we literally rewrote that song when we were recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
The entire song, all the way through, we rewrote it so it was like we didn't even practice it the way that it's written right there. I had to listen back to what I played in order to relearn the song because I couldn't even remember what I played. And basically I played it. I hated my part in that song because it just didn't fucking work, man. It was like, God, something I don't like about it. It was me. It wasn't the song. It was just my playing on it. And then Dave came over the headphones after we had gotten, a quarter of the way through it. He's like, Randall, I'm not feeling it, man. And I was like, I never feel this song. I fucking hate it. No.
I'm glad he's honest about it.
Yeah. So he was the most brutally honest fucking dude ever, and it confirmed my feelings for it. And we rewrote it. I definitely changed the beat a lot, actually, from what it was. Because it didn't, flow. And I felt like it's not flowing. It needs to flow. All our shit kind of flows. And we got this one, and it just sounded choppy. And then, I don't know, we rewrote it, and then the end part, we speeded up at the end. Like, the riff, changes. And we never did that before, and Dave was the one who suggested that as well. So, it was that song I actually have grown to love.
It was a labor.
That song. Yeah, it was, it just needed somebody to, I don't know, hit me in the face with something like brutal honesty and say, dude, that sucks. It doesn't sound like you guys, is basically what he said.
Yeah.
He was like, it doesn't sound like any of your stuff.
I've always liked it. I've always dug it. But now, now that he found his rhythm with the fucking drums, it just flows so much better and just smoother, and I like the psychedelic trip on it.
Yeah, it's fun to play.
Yeah.
It's
I
a really cool song.
That pulsate, I think it's a great rhythm, it just locks in. So, you know, sometimes it does take time to create it, and you know, there's a lot also to be said for, you know, being right on the line and the pressure. Like some people work better under pressure to finally, boom, it's like, I got no other choice. This is what it's going to be, and I got to put it out.
Yeah, and like you said, man, it was like one of those things where under pressure, all of a sudden I just came up with something.
Right.
You know what I mean? We'd been playing that song because that was one of our early songs too.
That's
not long after Blood Ritual that we wrote that. And, you know, it was one of those things where all of a sudden something clicked and I came up with a better beat for it. And
nice flowing beat, though.
Yeah, and it grooved better. Everything was better. And like even the beginning, like coming into it, that all changed. So that song was actually, I hated that fucking song, and then it turned into a song that I actually really like now, and I like playing it. I like the.
Well, you can also hear it clear on the album. Like when I'm playing it sometimes, I mean, I'm pretty fucking loud, so certain parts are getting muddy, and you know, if you can't hear it right, he didn't like it. And then the beginning part, we played way too long at certain times.
Yeah, and the end never ended. Like
the ending we just keep spacing out, and drifting off. So there's more structure to the song. Instead of doing the first part like 8, fucking 10, 12 times because we're all stoned out, you know, we cut it down to 4, then it kicks in. And I think the song just sounds so much better. It just flows. I want things to be like flowing, like waves, so you groove to it. I know it's heavy, but I just want like the groove.
And you hit that
kind of nodding.
I mean, you hit the groove at the end, but you know, you're talking about like this song. It was changed around and it got kind of tight and you know, compressed down to exactly what you wanted. But then we go into Southern Bastard Church. Got this slow build. Now, I already know it's going to be a journey. It's over 10 minutes. You've got this solo that just breathes and takes its time. But, you know, Randall, one of the things that I found interesting, and I don't know what the proper terminology is, but like around the 520, 25 mark or whatever, there's like this kind of galloping drum where I didn't really know where it was going to go, but I was really happy with the result from it. What can you tell me about this track? This is epic, by the way.
What we did with this track was, I know for sure the night we wrote this. I remember this like yesterday, which I'm surprised I remember because I was quite inebriated. But what we did was we wanted to make it like climb entirely up.
Right.
And like he was saying earlier, we wanted to make it climb completely up and go, like, once it got to the peak, then go back in reverse.
Nice.
So it's one of those things where, like, if you listen to it and figure that out, it kind of goes in reverse. It changes, like the riff in the end after the galloping part kind of changes, but it goes forward and reverse, like you're going up and then coming back down.
Is that mountain again?
Yeah, that mountain again. We must. I think Drug Mountain must be our our system.
That's usually how I like to have things go. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Climb.
And but that one we tried to do. I remember it was like we wanted it to go up and then come right back down the same way and do everything like in reverse.
Right.
That song was a pain in the ass at times.
Yeah, that song
was a pain in the ass at times. Like when we first started writing it. Sometimes that could be kind of a pain in the ass, and I think I know what I'm talking about, but might be a little, sorry to say it again, stoned, so I'm probably like, it goes this way, and I'm totally fucking wrong, even though I'm the one who wrote it. So that could be a little hard-headed at times.
I know that we're not playing shows now, but this sounds like a song that would be kind of like an ender for a set. Have you thought of any of these songs and where they're going to be in the set?
Well, it's kind of tough because we don't get we don't a lot of times have like as much time as we'd like to have, because we have over an hour and some odd minutes of music. So then we gotta like pick and choose what we're gonna do and when and how, and and like this weekend on Sunday we played a show, and we were hoping we had a set for an hour. And
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, we ended up that we only used 40 minutes, so it was like, well, all right, well, now we got to drop this one out, which I was, because we got a couple new ones that we threw in there just to like test the waters, you know.
Sure.
And but we actually ended up playing like partially one of the new songs as our sound check, which is rad.
Like, new sound check. I'm like, all right, let's fucking play this. And any part is like really fast. And I just look at Rain, like, are we gonna continue to play this? Because I'm gonna fucking burn out. So we just stopped. We had to continue to play the whole song. The vocalist didn't really quite have the song down either, so. But it was good. I mean, it was great to fucking play out again. It's one and only show this year we're probably going to be able to play.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome to be out playing again. We played with this band from here, Pintogram and Witch Meadow, and they're fucking incredible. It was just awesome, man. It was beautiful weather. It was good people, good music. It was awesome.
And
I find that son of a bitch that ate that fucking Batman. I'm gonna kill him. If he ain't already dead.
Damn you and your
he just screwed us out of a great year, man. We had a whole year lined up of awesome shows. Yeah. But whatever, man. We got to work on our material, and we got another album already in queue again now. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And a lot of people are of that. You know, it's like we have the time right now, and we don't know what the future holds. So we're just going to leave it in that hand. And you know, when the dust settles, it settles, man. So
right
now we've got this other track here, Melonheads. I'm interested to hear why, but we got this stoned out jam groove. A slight touch of a different vocal. And around like that 4-minute mark, I feel like everything just kind of empties out. Got kind of just a bit of drum, a bit of bass, and then back in. What can you tell me about this track?
Well, first, the song is about, which is kind of cool. It's like a folklore thing. If you look up the Melonheads, it was almost like the Hills Have Eyes kind of people.
Okay.
That they say existed in Connecticut, which is kind of cool. So anybody out there who knows nothing about the Melonheads, they were supposedly throughout the U.S. too. Like,
yeah, it's like folklore. I think they escaped some asylum, and a bunch of them were like cannibalistic, and it just was
it's pretty fucking wild. But that alone is worth looking up.
Yeah.
And, like every now and then we just come up with some kind of bluesy, because that one starts off really bluesy and just like nice and tight and just it's like
I like bluesy riffs like that.
Yeah.
So just start off into that, just distort it, get heavy, and then just take it off.
And then the end of it, after it calms down for that little calm in the center of the storm there, the eye of the storm per se, it kind of just goes into like, we just go all out. Like the bass is fucking ripping, John is ripping, I'm ripping like crazier fills during the parts, and it just kind of gets to this, I don't know, like controlled chaos almost. It's like a cool, I don't know, I've grown to love that song. Like that's honestly, I think it's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. It just goes in a different direction.
Well, it's a little bit different than all the other ones. It's got that bluesy riff kind of thing. It's kind of like a Satan's Helpers thing from the EP, where it's like, kind of that thing, instead of just getting heavy right off the back of the thing.
Yeah.
But, I like the journey of that song. I like the grooviness of it, and the groovy heaviness of it, I guess.
Yeah, I love that song.
I guess one of the questions is, have either of you seen a movie?
Not recently. I mean,
probably
full of them.
I haven't seen it. I looked it up when our singer wrote the lyrics. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call us Melonhead." I'm like, what the fuck is a Melonhead? Everything else is about drugs or Satan, so you just stay with that thing.
Why not go with?
Melonheads. Like, I gotta look this up. Like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, cannibalistic wackos that
eat people and shit.
I'm down.
Okay,
go with it.
Fair enough, man. I mean, it's It's something. It's another legend of lore to look up, and sometimes it goes a little further than it truly is. Like there was a band I just interviewed. The band is called Charlie No Face, and there was this guy that was electrocuted at an early age, and he basically had no face, and he thought that he was upsetting people, during the daytime, so he would only go out at night, and he would go out for walks at night. Now, could you imagine driving down the road and you're like, wait, what the fuck did I just see? And you get like, just like, you want to stop the car, but you kind of don't want to stop the car?
I'm not stopping the fucking car. I'm going to keep going.
Eyes without a face.
That's awesome.
Maybe they wrote that after,
We'll get right back into the interview in just a minute, but first we're going to hear a little bit from Mucho Printing.
Yeah, what's up, big dogs? This is Mucho Drums here to tell you a little bit about my new company, Mucho Printing. Now, I've played in multiple bands for several years, and I know how important it is to leave your mark after any show. Even before hitting that first note, you want the crowd to know who you are and remember who's responsible for the sore necks the next morning. Presentation is an important factor in any band's mission to the top, and that's where we come in. Fully printed backdrops, removable bass drum covers, mesh cab covers, flags. These are just a few products that we can offer to you. We're based out of Los Angeles, California, and can ship anywhere in the United States. More importantly, our goal is to help promote bands off the stage as well. With every order, we'll post pictures of the prints, along with info about the band and any other advertisements you'd like us to include. Please check us out on Instagram and Facebook by searching Mucho Printing. Send us a message for any details. Hope all of you are staying safe, strong, and powerful out there. And remember, you win some, you lose some, but nothing beats getting some. Cheers, my friends.
Where does rock and roll live? It's a good question, I guess. But if you are over in Oceanside, California, that would mean Glory or Death Records, where rock and roll lives, and they aim to bring you the best of the best. Ethereal Sea, Great Electric Quest, Heavy Velvet, Kook, Red Witch, Johnny, Moss Generator, Red Wizard, a Deep Purple tribute, a Thin Lizzy tribute, Love Gang, Smoky Mirror, Lords of Beacon House, and a Roast EP. How can you beat it? The link is in the show notes. Go over, check it out, and get what you need to show everyone that rock and roll lives. Glory or Death Records. We have one more track. Is Succubus Fox here? All right, Succubus. So Succubus Fox. Now, the previous track, Melonheads, oddly enough, even though it was talking about that type of subject matter, it was a little differently uplifting. But Succubus Fox kind of just kicks you in the dick.
Good.
Yeah, good. That's what we're hoping for.
Please,
So we ended with it.
tell me a little bit about this track.
Oh man, this one. Well, the way I interpret it, really, it's like I look at it as like, all right, there's this demon whore or whatever, and she fucks, and we kind of made it so like you're fucking the shit out of this succubus, and then at the end it kind of like starts to slow down, like I don't know, man. It just starts to slow down a bit, so it's like you blew your load, and now all of a sudden it's just like now you're slowing down because it's over, and that's kind of the way I've looked at that song. And
that's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, that's why I slow it down at the end like that.
So the groove of the lovemaking gets to...
Yeah, you get the groove of the lovemaking going, you get fucking going, and then at the end you just kind of done, and then it. And then it starts to slow down. You start thrusting a little less. I don't know.
I just started it by fucking having it come in like just a bat. I just wanted everything to be a punch. Like, it just starts off.
Yeah.
It swoops in and like bang, bang. Everything's a fucking hit, and just evolves and gets fast for a little bit, and just kind of. I kind of lose myself in the second part, I think, because I'm kind of just grooving so much.
The second part is really, I love that part. It's fucking rad. It's different style. I try to do like weird tom beats, like where the beat.
And I love you
like
that.
Yeah, well, like Dave was saying, he was like, yeah, he's like, that fill you do, and I'm like, well, it's not really a fill to me. It's more like part of the drum beat, because it's a continuous, like, you know, repetitive thing.
Right.
And that's why I try and, you know, I honestly, like, I'll listen to that and I try to think, like, you know, I like to try and make something funky a little bit, where, you know, James Brown in it.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem.
Yeah.
I for a moment kind of didn't like that song. I got bored with it for whatever reason.
Okay.
But I don't know. When we wrote it, I loved it. Then after a while of playing it, I'm like, this is fucking boring the shit out of me. Then I got back into it and I started playing it. I'm like, fuck, this fucking song fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Because we started like getting the groove of it, like hitting it at the right times, hitting the groove and the flow of stuff. And it just, I love that song now. But
yeah, because it's all like, we discuss this all the time, because we'll correct each other even at practice, like if I start playing too fast or something like that, and it doesn't have to be that much faster than what it is, but that much faster takes that groove out of it, where like it's not that head bob. We kind of always say we got to have that head bob, and just keep that in the back, you know, back of your mind at all times, that you just want that nice head bob where somebody will, you know, you want to see the whole crowd, you know,
wave,
and just bobbing their heads, like, that's where it's got to be. It's got to be at that fucking tempo, you know.
I got you, man. You know, I mean, Succubus, it's so fun. This is so weird that it even comes up. I was talking to my wife the other day, and there was this old television show, and another show that she watches, and the guy was on there, but he was real young, and he talked about it. He's like, I think my girlfriend is in Succubus, and you know, they said, what do you mean, what? And it's Succubus. You know, a woman tries to seduce a man, and usually while they're sleeping, and kill them. And he's very nice. And it's a weird thing that it was even on, I think it was on ABC, and it was just so strange. But when you talk about swooping in, I mean, that's what I totally get it, man. That's the seductive quality of the track, and so it's it's perfectly named.
Right on, thank you.
I'm deeper than, well, we're deeper than I thought we were.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I thought
you start
I don't know,
like, wow,
man.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, there's something in that fucking weed or something.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know, or the beers that we drink.
Yeah, we're drinking some beers right now.
Yeah.
So, guys, so that's the release, man. So, what are the plans for this now?
Well, basically, well, like I said earlier, we're buttoning up the bio, get that done, so then we at least look professional. We try to be as professional as possible.
I got you.
Because we are definitely serious about our music, as jokingly as we are. But we're like on the hunt for a label at this point, and if we find one, or one finds us, or whatever the case may be, then cool. Otherwise, our plan is just we release it ourselves and see where we go from there. Maybe next album, a label will want to snap us up or not. Who knows?
Yeah.
I guess I kind of look at us as like our, I think we're good enough to be on a fucking label or whatever. But sometimes, as a musician, you're your own worst critic. So you think to yourself, like, well, maybe we're not good enough. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I like our fucking music. Fuck, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to get we're getting the artwork done.
That was going to be my next question. Who are you using? Somebody that you know, or somebody who are you using?
It's a friend of mine and the singer John's. We've both known this guy since high school. Also, he's done most of my tattoo work on my arms and tattoo work on John. His name's Jay Lawson. He's out of New York. He does tattoos also by the name of Needles.
There you
go. So, I just sent him some ideas. I'm like, use Burn the Go to Succubus, throw some Melonheads in there, drug references, obviously, and do your thing, man. I had all faith. I knew he was going to come out with something incredible. I love what he fucking did. It's beautiful. So, I don't know. Just got to get that done, get the album out, and then we're ready to roll.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got the the artwork is done.
Yeah, well, just gotta get it. And
yeah, we got to get it formatted to be able to, because we actually had him do a painting.
Right.
So our whole cover art is this sick fucking painting, and it's fucking wild. It involves all of our songs in the painting. Every song is in that painting. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And once everyone sees that, it's a pretty. We were talking about getting like posters made of it, so then it's like available because it's worthy of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is done.
it should be done.
Yeah.
Soon. All we gotta do is just
we're on the tail end.
Cross the
Man.
T's and dot our I's in the bio. Get one more picture taken. Get the sleeves done for the record, and it's done and ready to go. If people want to grab it, any record labels, then we're cool. If not, we'll release it. Either way, it's going to be put out there.
Yeah.
We're re-releasing the EP, putting that on CD also, so that'll be available.
So people can have a hard copy of that.
Awesome, man.
I like to have a hard copy.
Yeah, we figure it's, for the cost of, pressing CDs, we should have probably done it before, and we didn't. So it's
We're
like
stoners.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It takes
no,
time.
but we're actually pretty prolific though. We move on. Like
I know.
Eric says it all the time. He's like, dude, we just
Well, you got to keep moving.
keep
forward.
going and going and going, and that's what's good. We got to keep going. We got to keep the momentum going, and that's what we plan to do. We're not planning on lagging behind at all because we love doing it. It's fun, man. It's like 2 nights a week or whatever we end up doing, sometimes more. It's our thing. That's what we all enjoy. It gets everybody out of the house. It's we love it, man. It's fucking awesome. We play,
and we've all been friends pretty much. I mean, I haven't known Eric for that long, but I mean, I've been friends with Randy. I've been friends with John since high school. So it's not like we're just random people that just met and like, let's try to make music. It's like getting together with old friends that you went to hardcore shows with and this, that, and the other. They want to jam again? Yep, let's see what happens. And then, this is actually pretty cool. And we've been in bands together, so we know how to work together. And Eric fucking flows perfectly, and it's just everything's beautiful, man.
Yeah, Eric
I like
rips, man. He's awesome bass player.
Yeah,
I love jamming with Eric for sure.
I don't. No, I do. I'm just joking. I love Eric. I'm just
You
joking.
love Eric.
I'm joking.
Yeah, you love him.
Well, maybe some of the productivity comes down to spice, and this is my thought process. First off, let me ask you this question in regards to merchandise: does Afghan Haze have a hot sauce?
Ooh.
Well, and I'm honestly, me and my wife, we love to cook, and I have made Afghan Haze hot sauce.
That's the question.
But I should, now that you said that, I'll step my game up and I'll start making some more. It was good. I mean, I didn't really share with too many people, but yeah, I mean, why not? Why the fuck not? I have fucking like 30, 40 bottles of hot sauce, no lie, in my house at all times. We just love hot sauce, and oh god.
Yeah.
Sorry, now you got me going. I'm gonna start doing that now.
I see an easy $200 at the merch table right there.
Yeah, hopefully.
So
I don't end up using it all myself, but yeah.
Now, John, was that you on social that was making the hot sauce?
Yeah. I take care of pretty much our Instagram page. So all those weird pictures you see are just kind of things I make when I'm usually actually watching horror movies with my wife. And I just, zone out and I take a Timothy Leary picture and I trip it out and do something. All the little food stuff on there. Yeah. Me and my wife are usually cooking on the weekends. So
I've been wanting to make some hot sauce, but I don't know. Like, all right, here's the thing. I love to cook. I love to make things. And even when I do pickles or something like that, the vinegar gets me. So, like, do I have to wear a mask or something when I'm making hot sauce?
Nah, I didn't. No, I was fine.
Chris, I'm going to step out for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
You're leaving me solo?
Yeah, I'm leaving you solo. You guys talk about hot sauce.
Now I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Very simple, brother. Easy stuff.
No, I don't know. My wife, we just look up recipes every weekend, and she wanted to make hot sauce, and we went for it. This thing's beeping here, dude. No, fine.
Stop this.
But no, I didn't need to wear a mask at all. It's trial and error pretty much. We made like 6 different types of hot sauces, and some were too smoky, some were too hot. But I love hot sauce. Ghost peppers, too much.
It's so good though. Oh my god.
Yeah.
my last night, my wife, she requested I make some Jamaican patties again. I'll make some with meat and make some like vegetarian. And the last time I made them, I used ghost peppers because I couldn't find Scotch bonnet. Now, I don't know. I don't have. I swear, I'm missing a lot. Like I don't have a great sense of taste, and my sense of smell isn't that good. So it doesn't really. I don't know. I still feel it, but you know, I definitely feel it like in a couple hours. But you know,
okay.
You know what I mean. But going down, not so bad. Not too bad.
Okay.
Okay, so now Randall stepped out for just a sec. So let me ask you this question. I was going to save it for you. A little bit about your gear, but are you the owner of the padded cab?
No, that's Eric's cab.
Well, I've never seen a cab like that before. What is it so you can it doubles as a couch? How does that work?
If it falls gently. It doesn't like bang into the ground.
Yes.
I don't know. That's what it's been using. It sounds fucking great. I love it. So.
And like I said, while you're here, can you tell me a little bit about your gear? What guitars do you have or looking forward to get, and what's your rig like?
I got two PV half stacks. What the fuck? Like 412s or old 70s. I found them used on like Craigslist from some dudes. I just stacked those on top of each other. I've gone through many different types of heads. Now I'm using a Mesa Boogie triple rectifier. And let's see, I use the ESP guitar right now. It's kind of like an Explorer shape. It was a guitar I bought like back in the day when I was in another band, and I used it once and then never touched it again. And then like 10 years later, I started playing with Randy. That was it. That's the guitar I was using.
Nice.
So I got a whole bunch of different guitars. My uncle and myself, he makes guitars. We made my own guitar. I don't actually use it that often because I'm just used to using this ESP guitar.
And that thing sounds great.
Yeah, I just stick with it. It works well for me. I got a Flying V, I got a Fender Strat and all that, but still always go back to ESP. Fuzzlord pedal, an FTW pedal, 666. I just mainly bought it because it had the devil on it, so I said, win-win, got to go with that.
Yeah. You got multiple pedals.
Yeah, I went through many different fucking pedals, and that works. I just stick with it. I don't go crazy. I don't have a very crazy pedal board.
Right.
I got a 2-timer pedal, a phaser pedal, small stone pedal. That's it. I can't have too many pedals. I'll get fucking confused. I'll start stomping things. I'm a big dude. I'll just start stomping all over and mess things up. So I just keep simple pedal board. And, this works for me now. I'm usually kind of critical of my sound. I usually look at these guys like, does this sound okay? And, they say, yeah. So I like the way it sounds. I'm very loud apparently, but.
Yes, we can hear that.
I guess.
We can hear that on the recording.
What the people say anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said before, man, I've been loving this. Really appreciate you sending it over to me, and I feel honored that you let me check it out. And I hope some record company gets on this and snatches this up because it's a really incredible release. So congratulations on that, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, definitely.
All right, guys, so hopefully maybe somewhere down the line we could talk again about some other stuff, just shoot the shit. I had a great time hanging out with you. And where can everybody go to get your stuff and get in contact with you?
So, Afghan Haze Bandcamp. You can hit us up on the Instagram, Afghan Haze 666, or any of us.
Facebook. I think you got some Facebook.
Got a Facebook thing. Do we sound old?
Yeah, exactly.
We got the Facebook and we got the Instagram going.
Have you got the Facebooks?
Pretty much just hit us up, man.
I don't know about the rest, the TikTok and the Twitter. I just don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, I was asking the kid at work.
I saw somebody do a dance.
I was asking about TikTok.
Job.
Like, what the fuck is TikTok? And he explained it to me. Like, never mind.
Yeah.
You know what?
Just go to AfghanHazeBandcamp.com, Instagram, AfghanHaze666, or Johnny Hayes 666. That's me. And
there you go.
Just hit us up or whatever. I'll answer you back.
I'm telling you, man.
Randall.
This whole TikTok thing, I was kind of knocking it for a little bit, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let me see what's up with this. And it's not all dancing, but there's a lot of that shit, and there's a lot of trendy shit. But you can still get stuff out there. Like, I've been on there for a bit now. I just throw up a video of the podcast episodes and et cetera. And you know, each one on its own. Sometimes it hits and it gets, you know, like a little under 1,000 views, and sometimes it's like 160 views or whatever. But somebody's seeing it.
As long as something, that's true.
And it's just another way. Like you look, you don't have to go on and put one of the trendy songs on and do an Afghan dance. That's not something you need to do. But it's I think it's another way. I don't know what the success rate is. I feel like my numbers have gone up personally, but hey, you never know. You just throw it out there and run it up the flagpole, see who salutes it.
I'm usually confused by new technology stuff. I was this way when Instagram came out. I was this way when Snapchat came out. Like, what is this? How does this work? And then I embrace it. It takes me a second to figure it out, and then I embrace it. Like, give me a month or two. I'm like, oh, this TikTok is actually pretty cool.
Right.
I told you.
You know,
I'm slow.
I tried.
You know,
I tried to
it
snap.
beats handing out fucking paper flyers at a show. That's for sure, man. You know, it's a lot easier to sit in your living room or whatever and just post something on Instagram or the Facebooks.
The Facebooks for the kids.
You know what, Randall? You got a point, but here's the thing. I always looked forward, and I guess it at times have changed because I could just go online and find out where everybody's going to be and what day and whatever. But there used to be this thing where you go out to your car and you got 4 flyers under your under your wiper.
Yeah.
And you're just like, do I have the energy to take this shit off, or am I just going to like flick it as I go down the road or whatever? But it was just that, oh my God. And now, you know, we have such access. There's some kind of old school aesthetic to it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree entirely, man.
It is just me getting old, really, and just saying, oh man, remember those days when we used to do that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nobody cares anymore.
And you wonder how you found out about anything compared to now, almost. You know what I mean? It's like, how did you know?
Well, I know. You know what's funny? I don't know.
Scenes.
Oh, you know what? Let me ask you this. One quick question, and I don't know how far back you guys go. I probably go back further. When I was in New York, there was a paper that used to tell me of everything, what everything was happening in New York and Jersey and I think Pennsylvania, Connecticut. It was called
Rock and Roll?
It was East Coast Rocker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that's where I found it all. And if I didn't see it there, well, it didn't exist to me unless I was, randomly in a pizza shop that was close to a venue that says, hey, can I hang this flyer? You know, and then, or a record store, an old school record store, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
times have really changed.
Yeah, what shit, man? You know, it's progress, man, and
it is. Yeah. It is. It totally is.
Sometimes it's just progress and not perfection, but we're getting there, and things are just changing, and whatever it is, what it is. We'll deal with it, right?
Yeah. It's all rad, man. It's good with me.
It's all waves, man.
Yeah.
See, go back to being the waves.
Yep.
So, guys, thank you so much. Wish you much success with this. Keep me posted. I'd be interested to see, where this goes and what you do with it. And of course, anytime you want to come on, talk about some new material or anything else, love to have you on.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
thank you very
definitely.
much, man.
Thank you to the guys in Afghan Haze for giving us their time and giving us a little something else. We've got the album right here. It sounds incredible. And I don't know if it's going to be out sometime soon. If somebody picks it up, I hope so. Because it sounds like they put a lot of work into this. And, hey, you know what? Why am I even fucking around here? Let's hear a track off of the upcoming album, Nihilistic Stoner Hymns. This is Welcome to Drug Mountain. making it out towards the end. You know, last time I talked about it, iTunes, man. Leave a review if you get the chance. That'd be fucking awesome. 5 stars, we would love that, and a review. Oh, God. Yeah, man, you're blowing my mind right now. That's awesome. CraniumRadio.com. I have a show, The Doom Tomb, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time each and every Sunday. Check it out. After that, archived and brand new episodes of the Doom Tomb Podcast. Doom Tomb Podcast across all forms of social media. DoomTombPodcast@gmail.com is how to reach us. And DoomTombPodcast.com. You just want to check out some old episodes or see what's happening? Hit us up, man. We're listening. We're out there. We hear you and we see you. And until that time, next time, meantime, and in between time, enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay heavy.